on this, we'll bring in Republican Congressman from Missouri and ranking member of the House Budget Committee, Jason Smith. Congressman, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So we've had 3 accused murderers allowed to walk free in the last week in St. Louis because the prosecutors were absent or unprepared for those cases. How does this happen?
It's unacceptable. There's no excuse for it. The fact that the prosecutors in the city of St. Louis are more focused on enforcing mask mandates on citizens who's been vaccinated and not following the science than actually going out at cleaning up the streets and putting murderers in jail is unacceptable. This prosecutor and so many other prosecutors across this country, whether it's in San Francisco, Washington, D.C., they care more about woke, liberal, defunding the police strategies than they do about making sure that murderers are locked up permanently. We have to clean up our streets. We have to stop allowing prosecutors knocking the legs out from law enforcement and making sure we are enforcing the laws of the land.
The lead homicide prosecutor, Kim Archie, was on maternity leave, but she was assigned to some 20 or so cases. And as a result, a prosecutor didn't even show up for 3 of them. Now, she says that she wasn't aware that she was assigned and quit because of all this, according to reports. But does this seem like an oversight to you or some kind of intentional delay of prosecution?
It's clearly not an oversight. It's just a failure of duties and responsibilities. And whenever a county prosecutor in the state of Missouri fails their duty, guess what happened? The Attorney General of the United States could remove them. And whenever someone forfeits their elected duties, they should be removed.
I want to turn now to Capitol Hill and what's happening in D.C. with infrastructure. The bipartisan group in the Senate expects to have text for a Monday vote. What are your colleagues in the House feeling as this deal gets closer to its final form?
We're in a hostage situation. If you recall, a couple weeks ago, you had several Republican and Democrat senators down at the White House. They came up with a bipartisan infrastructure package. But just a couple hours later, you had the president of the United States come out and saying, wait, I'll veto this bipartisan infrastructure package if you don't pass an accompanying reconciliation bill that funds all of my progressive wish list items, which adds to almost $4 trillion. Amnesty for illegal immigrants, forcing Medicaid expansion in all states, eliminating state right to work laws. You can't even add up. Tax breaks for the wealthy and tax increases on job creators and working class families. That is what they want in a prior reconciliation package. Then 2 days later, you had the president come out and say, oh, wait, we do want a bipartisan infrastructure package. But during the whole time, you have Speaker Pelosi saying, I will not support or will not allow a vote on a bipartisan infrastructure package unless I get my progressive wish list. It's a hostage situation right now.
And you did mention that the president did walk back and clarify that statement, saying that he didn't intend to give off the idea that he would veto this bipartisan bill that they had just worked so hard for if it came to his desk, but hoped that reconciliation would come soon after in tandem as they're talking about it. But the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has said as recently as just a couple days ago, even if the Senate passes this bill, she's not going to take it up in the House until the Senate also passes that multi-trillion-dollar reconciliation package. There is no telling how long that could take. What are your thoughts on that?
Jackie, that's why I say it is a hostage situation. We had a bipartisan agreement on funding roads and bridges, locks and dams and ports. The people of Missouri, they want physical infrastructure. I have folks in my district that, they don't even have a G of internet service. You have people on the East and West Coast saying they want 5G. We just want a G. And you have Nancy Pelosi holding up the entire infrastructure package because she wants amnesty for 10 million illegal citizens. She wants tax breaks for her wealthiest donors and friends. It's unacceptable. The hostage situation by Speaker Pelosi needs to stop.
So you're saying that if Pelosi backs off her plan to hold this bipartisan bill and takes it up, you think that Republicans will vote for it?
Republicans and Democrats will vote for an infrastructure package that funds roads, bridges, locks, dams, and broadband. They're not going to vote for a progressive wish list items that provides 10 million individuals with amnesty who are illegal. That's going to increase taxes on job creators to make it higher than that of communist China. They're not going to do that. They will fund roads and bridges and locks and dams. And that's what the American people want. They don't want all these other woke liberal ideas.
Okay. Congressman Jason Smith, thank you so much for being with us. We'll continue to follow that.
Thank you, Jackie.